Hi everyone, welcome back to Pacific Front channel. In modern military operations, the success of a mission often cannot be separated from the presence of air power. From just conducting an aerial recon missions and transporting troops and materials by air, to conduct air superiority and provide combat air support. Nowadays, it's not unusual to see other military branches besides the Air Force having air assets as well. The Indonesian Army is no exception. Recognizing their challenge to defend Indonesia, they established a flying unit to support their missions. Today, we're gonna look at the Indonesian Army Aviation Unit Puspenerbad, its history, roles, equipment, and more. Stay tuned. As the name suggests, Puspenerbad or Pusat Penerbangan Angkatan Darat is the aviation unit of the Indonesian Army. Its role is to provide operational assistance for Army aviation to increase the mobility and firepower of the Indonesian Army in military operation and military operation other than war. Its missions include air mobility, command and control, recon, fire support, medical evacuation, and many others. Its establishment history dates back to the 50s, when the Army was faced with Indonesia's geographical challenges such as jungles, mountains, marshes, and islands. Also the fact that Indonesia's road network at that time was minimal, making troop movement and deployment by land difficult. Therefore, air elements are needed to achieve operation effectiveness. On 14 November 1959, the Army Chief of Staff formalized an aviation organization within the Army called the Army Aviation Detachment or Puspenerbad. This unit's function is to develop and manage all operational activities related to the Army's organic aviation sector. For a brief moment in the early 60s, the unit's name changed to the Army Aviation Service or Puspenerbad, and its position within the Army is upgraded, now equal with Pusnif, Pusenkaf, and Pusenarmet. Then, a big change happened from the mid-60s to the mid-80s regarding its organizational structure. Firstly, the name changed to the Army Aviation Center or Puspenerbad, which administratively fell under the Army Doctrine, Education, and Training Command or Kobangdiklat, along with its equipment and facilities. Second, in 1972, administratively, the organization was still under the Army Kobangdiklat, with emphasis on research and development, education, training, and development of Army aviation function. Meanwhile, flight operations are carried out by the Army Aviation Unit or Sat Penerbad, which is directly under the Army Chief of Staff. The organization's name and structure were changed again to Puspenerbad in 85, where Puspenerbad and Sat Penerbad were merged, with its command now falling under the Army Chief of Staff. Lastly, since 2000 until now, the name was changed back to Puspenerbad as one of the central executing bodies of the Army, directly under the Army Chief of Staff. Since its founding, Puspenerbad has played a crucial role in the Army, from Trikora Operation, anti-rebellion operation across the archipelago, Communist Purge, Seroja Operation, Aceh, and more. Their aircraft fleet started with 1 B-4 Mark I, MILMI-6, NC-212, Belfort 12, MILMI-17 and 35, Apache Guardian, and soon S-70 Black Hawk, N219, and Anka UAVs. Puspenerbad is commanded by a Major General and has 5 squadrons and 2 Army airfields. Squadron 12 Assault based in Lampung operates Belfort 12, Fennec AS-550, and Bolko BO-105. Squadron 13 Assault based in East Borneo operates Belfort 12 and Fennec AS-555. Squadron 21 Multipurpose based in South Tangerang operates Belfort 12, Bolko BO-105, NC-212, and Beecraft Premier 1. Also, Squadron 11 Assault, which operates Belfort 12 and Apache Guardian, and Squadron 31 Assault, which operates MILMI-17 and 35. Both are based in Semarang. Puspenerbad Training School and Aviation Workshop Center are also located here. Fun fact about its previous commander, Major General Jaka Tandang, I know him in person from when he was a military attaché in Paris and I was a broke student. Now, let's take a look at Squadron 11 Amur Amarajaya as an example. Based at Ahmad Yani Army Main Airfield in Semarang, Squadron 11 has several main tasks, including air mobile maneuver, to move ground combat troops and their equipment by air using helicopters to be involved in combat, air fire support to provide fire support by helicopter independently or to increase the firepower of assisted ground units, and air reconnaissance to conduct aerial observations, investigation, and reviews. I asked Puspenerbad and Squadron 11 about the squadron's organizational structure on their social media accounts, but they didn't respond. So I'm gonna make an educated guess about it based on open source information. On the leadership element, the squadron is commanded by a lieutenant colonel from the Aviation Corps or CPN, aided by a deputy commander with the same rank. On the leadership assistant element, there's an intelligence, operations, personnel, logistics, and aviation and work safety sections, as well as aviation doctor. The service element consists of HQ company and maintenance flight, meanwhile the executing element consists of 3 assault flights and 1 attack flight. If a squadron is more or less similar to a battalion, then we can say flight is like a company. According to Wikipedia, Squadron 11 currently operates 21 Bell 412 and 8 Apache Guardian. So we can assume that assault flight receives 7 Bell 412 each, while the attack flight operates the Guardian. In the near future, Puspenerbad will get new equipment to help them face current and future challenges. As we know, the Army has placed an order for 3 Anka UAVs, 5 N219, and 22 to 24 S-70 Black Hawk. The N219 is most likely gonna strengthen Squadron 21, while the Black Hawk, I guess, will replace Bell 412 role in Squadron 11. In terms of pairing, I think the combination of Black Hawk and Apache is the best match. For an archipelagic nation like Indonesia, air mobility is very important. And I'm glad that since the introduction of vertical lifts like helicopters, Indonesian military planner back then, especially in the army, moved quickly to incorporate this new technology into their strength. Since then, Puspenerbad has become an important part not only for the army, but also for Indonesia and its citizens. Future challenges will become more difficult and uncertain, but with new equipment and their professionalism, I believe Puspenerbad can overcome any challenges. And that's it for today. Indonesian Army Aviation Unit, Puspenerbad. Does your country have a similar unit in the military? Share with us in the comment section below. Thank you for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next one.